Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making chicken with broccoli. To this I have 4 chicken breasts that I have cut up into thin, very thin slices. To this recipe I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to the chicken. I'm also going to be adding 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, and I'm going to sprinkle that around. And while I do that, I'm going to stir it in there, make sure it's all incorporated with the soy sauce. Mix that soy sauce in there and the cornstarch. And I'm going to have to be putting my hands in here in a minute. I'm also going to put 6 tablespoons of egg whites. Just egg whites. And stir that up. I'm just going to mix. Now we're going to start making the sauce. And to this sauce, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Two tablespoons of brown sugar. Veggies over here. You're going to add, I put 4 cloves of garlic and ginger. About 1 tablespoon of ginger. And I'm mixing this up. I also have some chicken stock that I already prepped with my bouillon. It's 1 cup of chicken stock. You could use chicken stock, you could use broth, or you can make the bouillon with 1 cup of water. Mix that to my bowl. And while I'm fixing this, I'm going to, that was loud, I don't know what that was. It was Alexa. I'm going to start my skillet to make sure it gets hot, and we're going to start on our chicken. So let's put this aside. And we're also going to add to this 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We basically want to make a flurry out of it. So let me go ahead and add it now and get that flurry started while this gets hot. Make sure all that powder breaks down, that cornstarch. So that's mixed in. Put that in there. I want to get this really, really hot. What will you pair with this? White rice. I already made some white rice. How you like your white rice, and you will eat it with white rice. Oh, that's how I would like to eat it. Oh, that's how I normally eat it. I also have here
food and drink. My taste is better reflected in the company I keep.
That was Alexa. Oh, sorry. I'm like, what in the world? Cancel Alexa. She's, they say Alexa spies on you. She should start talking. Weird. To this, I have my broccoli. I cut up some broccoli. I had some pea snaps. I'm gonna add to it. Just this much, not a lot. And you add as many vegetables as you want. I have 4 chicken breasts, and this is how much vegetable I'm gonna use. And I also have some thinly sliced carrots. Normally, you're gonna cut these up, slice them up, and you're gonna blanch the carrots and the broccoli. I already did that when I bought my broccoli. I always blanch them and freeze them, and I also did that with my carrots. That's why they're done for the stir fry. So we're gonna check if this is hot. Let's see. We're gonna check if this is hot. And it's not hot enough to start putting the chicken in. So what I usually do, and I learned this from another YouTuber, that if you put a wooden spoon or wooden stick, non-coated, and it starts bubbling, instead of throwing like flour in there and stuff to check if it's really hot, just check with a wooden spoon. That was a good tip that I learned. So let me stir this a little bit more. I have my oil already in here, as you can see. I didn't put a lot of oil. I don't know if I should have, but we're gonna do it this way. I don't want it too oily. Usually when this is done, it's done with a wok. I don't have a wok, so we're gonna do it this way. Da 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 da. Let's press Alexa spying on me.
No, I'm not spying on you. I value your privacy.
Alexa, I'm sorry.
No worries.
God. No, I'm just kidding. That was weird. But I did say her name, so. That's funny. All right, guys. Let me get off the Alexa trip. I love her. She's great. She's good with me. She wakes me up. She keeps me on my toes. Alexa, you keep me on my toes.
I didn't catch that. Was that play the song You Keep Me on My Feet?
No, cancel, Alexa.
Canceling.
I'm sorry. It's just hilarious. Come on, get hot. I see bubbles. I see bubbles. Okay, we're ready. It's not hot, but it's hot. I think it's just in certain sections. And because I don't have that much oil in here, it's kind of hard to see. All right, let's start this. Let's start this process. So I'm gonna be running to wash my hands. So I apologize if you see me run off. But this is a hand-me job. Cooking, you have to get your hands in there, man. You got to. So here I am, getting my hands in here. Just coating it up. So we're gonna start dropping these chickens. Hear it sizzling? Hey, I'm not going to keep you guys on here while I make all this, you know. Show you the first batch, and then we'll be back when we start the next one. Let me wash my hands though. You know what I wish I would be handy with? When I'm doing this and I need to pause or something, she'll do it for me, but she's not on my computer, so, or on my camera, so I can't utilize her. But that would be great. Great, Amazon. Let's get her to interact with YouTube. Okay? Like, we could use some help. Some of us are doing this by ourselves. So can we tell her, hey, pause. Alexa, pause. Be right back. You know, be a spokesperson for us. She does everything else. Just an idea. Just an idea. This is getting hot. Of course, you know I have my old-fashioned here that I make. And I will be making that. I will be making a video on that. I have a couple of recipes that I want to make. I have I'm trying to do whiskey drinks because I'm a big whiskey person. But it won't all be. I have like the amaretto sour. I have, which has whiskey in it. A Gold Rush, whiskey sour. Yeah, you notice I'm kind of into some of these sours lately. It just does something to the drink. I don't know if anybody's seen my my New York sour, but it's good. I like it. And if you're a wine drinker or you're an old-fashioned drinker, you'll like that drink. So guys, I'm gonna let this get hot, and I will be right back with you.
You singing my favorite song, swinging on the front porch, just laughing at the dawn. I swear you love me more when you're whispering tonight. All those little moments, for every reason why I'm homesick. This feeling that I'm feeling, no, we don't.
All right, guys, I'm just enjoying some music while I cook. Gotta enjoy your music. So I got my chicken the way I want it. Okay, I got some crisp to it. So I let the skillet get hot, and then once it's hot, you throw the chicken. What I did was it wasn't hot enough, and I threw a little bit of chicken in there. It took a while. So once it got really hot, I threw the rest in and got it really crispy, okay? I really like this song, I'm sorry. Even cooking, yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to it. So now that this is good, I'm gonna pour my vegetables in, okay? Cause I'm homesick. And you're gonna stir fry this. So that's basically what I did with the chicken, was stir fry it. Again, I don't have a wok, so we're gonna do this. And this is not gonna take long because the vegetables are already blanched, so I like crispy on my veggies. Oh, this looks nice, look at that. Home is where the heart is, homesick for you. Okay, you're gonna pour your sauce on top. And you're gonna let this thicken up. And it's gonna thicken up. Ready. Is be alone with your brown eyes. I don't know the whole words, but I got it. Home is where the heart is. I'm homesick for you. homesick for you. Okay, to this, I'm going to add a little bit of sweet chili sauce. This is optional. And I'm just going to drizzle some hot chili sauce. Actually, it's sweet chili sauce, but it's still going to have some tang to it. And I'm also going to add a little bit of sesame oil. Alexa, turn off music. You're only going to add a little bit of sesame. It depends on your taste. I think sesame oil can be very overpowering and very overwhelming. So you don't want to overdo it when it comes to the sesame oil. So I'm going to pour just a tiny bit here. Just a little bit. Like, it's not even a lot. Can you see it? The light's not letting you. There you go. Can you see it right there? That's how much I'm going to put on top. Because I have made the mistake of adding too much, and that's all I tasted. Sesame oil. I don't want the overwhelming power of sesame oil. I want a little bit because you want that Asian flair, but that's about it. So now we're just going to stir fry this. And apparently, for some reason, this skillet does not get very hot. Like, it has its moments. I'm very confused. I might need to invest in another one. But I don't need that many skillets in the house. I only bought this for the videos. But, you know, we'll see. It's just being extra picky, or you just can't handle a lot of power. I don't know. So I'm going to let this get really hot and not mess with it so much. And once it starts getting hot, that's when I'm going to start shaking it up. And we'll be back with the final results, guys. Okay, guys, we are back. And my sauce thickened up beautifully. I had to add an extra cup of water to make a nice sauce because it dried up pretty quick. So you add an extra, I think I put a little bit too much cornstarch, but nothing that's going to make it, I would still continue the recipe. You might have to keep water on the side. I would keep a cup or two on the side. I added an extra cup because I wanted this sauce, and it thickened up like that. Once this got hot, it was ready. So I already plated my rice, and we're going to plate our chicken and broccoli. And I want more chicken. And by all means, please do not be like, that's not how the way you make it, blah, blah. You know, this is my way. This is trial and error as well. Cooking is about learning. Cooking is about having fun and doing what your heart desires, right? So if you're cooking and you're like, man, I want to add this, I want to add that, please go ahead. You can add oyster sauce. If you want to add some, actually, you can add a little bit of sake. If you got sake, if you want to add a little bit of that, go ahead. Basically, the main thing you need is cornstarch. You want to add that. You want to add your soy sauce. You want to add your oyster sauce. You want to add the garlic, and you want to add the ginger. It gives it that flavor. If you go by what your flavor, your taste buds want at the moment, okay? This is not. Oh, I'm not a chef, you know. I'm by no means am trying to say, you know, this is the way it is. This is just my way of doing it. So this is my. And of course, it looks better in a Chinese place, obviously. But this looks actually pretty good. It has a lot of flavor, let me tell you. I don't think I put a lot of soy. I didn't even put no salt in this. I don't think I put a lot of soy. And it is so flavorful. It could be the chicken stock. It's not salty. It's just yummy. It's really good. It is. The only thing I would change is that when you put your chicken, make sure that skillet is hot. And you stir fry that sucker good. it wasn't too hot for me. So I was struggling because my thing didn't get hot enough and I just threw it in there. Good thing is that I didn't throw all of it at the same time. I only threw a few, right? A couple. You do cook it together. You don't have to do it separately like you're making fried chicken. I mean, you can. But, I wish I had egg rolls. I want some egg roll and duck sauce. Make my meal complete. It's really good. My vegetables are perfect. It has the crunch. You do not want to overcook your vegetables. Can you hear me crunching? I hope you can, because that's what you want. You want to keep your vegetables crunchy. Blanch your vegetables before putting it in the stir fry. Or if you want to stir fry it first, before take out the chicken and stir fry, because you don't want to overcook everything. Basically, what you're doing is once your chicken's done, you put the sauce in, and you put your veggies in, you're just kind of going quick, and you're done. You don't want to keep going quick, and then overcooking, drying up the chicken and sogging the vegetables. And the chicken is actually very moist for chicken breast. I did fry it up a little bit. That egg white and the cornstarch actually locks in that moisture in the breast. So that's a tip that you should know about. I mean, it keeps the chicken very moist. I stir fried it. And I got it crispy because I wanted a little bit like real crisp because I really like my chicken crispy. And it's still super moist. It really did lock in that moist. So, it was soft, tender. It's really good. Try the recipe. I will be adding the description of this recipe down below, because I did add some things off camera, which was the water. I added extra water to it. And I did add some sake in it. So, but that's optional. You don't have to add that. I added it. You can also add some white wine. So guys, this is it. Chicken with broccoli, homemade from Lynn's Kitchen. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the music. And enjoy your Friday or whatever day it is today. To me, it is Friday night. I am enjoying my Friday. I am enjoying a cocktail, and I'm going to continue listening to music. Toodaloo, and have a good one. Bye.